Hello, I am Mukesh Kapila. I am Professor of Global Health and Humanitarian Affairs at Manchester University and Special Representative of the Aegis Trust for Prevention of Crimes Against Humanity. But more than that, I'm a reluctant student of genocide. In a career in international diplomacy, politics, humanitarian affairs, I have had the unfortunate distinction of witnessing the last genocide of the last century, that is Rwanda and Srebrenica, and presiding over the first genocide of the 21st century in Darfur, Sudan. It's made me think on whether the propensity to commit evil is part of the human condition. Wherever we go, in all cultures and across all space and time, we have bad things happening, bad leaders emerging at moments in history, and whole populations then following them. It led me to wonder as I traveled in my various jobs, working for the United Nations, the British government, the International Red Cross, Red Crescent. It made me think a lot about how man's inhumanity to their fellow beings, how it arises, how it flourishes, and what happens when good men do nothing to prevent or protect. So people talk a lot about never again, not on my patch. After Rwanda we said that, and yet these things happen again and again. So my book, Against a Tide of Evil, which has just come out, it's really about, above all else, the factors that come to play when somebody decides to do away with other people on grounds of their identity, when cowardice gets in the way of people standing up against evil. And my reflections on how is it that even though we live in the most blessed of all times, with the technologies at our disposal, with the means of communication, and all the other stuff, with globalization, with immense wealth and so on, that these crimes against humanity keep on occurring and recurring. And this is for a number of reasons which I talk about. Above all else, the principal reason is the lack of empathy, what I call the empathy gap. As long as people don't really understand what the human cost of the suffering is and internalize it to themselves, then these terrible things that happen in faraway places will remain just some kind of interesting geopolitical or international diplomacy issue. So if there's a message to the book, it is that I would like everyone to reflect on what they as individuals can do to fight against the ultimate evil of all, that is genocide and mass atrocities, crimes against humanity.